Well, this was an Algeria-brokered agreement. Algeria is obviously really trying to make a little history, and this certainly is history-making.
It is, and the real country that's making history is Saudi Arabia. 2 years ago, Saudi Arabia instigated an OPEC policy that said we have to grab market share, we have to defeat shale, we should produce as much as we can. That ended today. It's OPEC back, OPEC managing the global oil market, OPEC bringing barrels out to raise prices. So it's a surprise, and it's a very big change for the oil market to adjust to, Vonnie.
So, Will, I know that we are still figuring out the details here about what exactly led to this decision, but as you point out, the big question mark was hanging over Saudi Arabia, how they were going to, come to these talks. If you could speculate in some sense, I mean, what sort of were the pressure points that could have gotten this agreement to happen?
I think that what's changed the Saudi view is that you're seeing increasing pressure on their economy. They're facing a massive budget deficit. We saw this week that they cut bonuses for all their government employees. They've delayed a massive bond issue. I think what we'll find is that lower oil prices were really beginning to bite on the Saudi economy, and they had to change tack. They need prices to be higher, and also they needed to head off the risk of a fall back towards $30 this winter like we saw the previous January. So this will really... Yeah, sorry, Vonnie.
Russia is not obviously participating. In fact, it's increased by 400,000 a day. How much will this offset the impact?
It will be very interesting to see how Russia reacts to this proposal. I think what we've been hearing from the Russians is let OPEC do a deal, and then we'll come to the table to talk about how we might help to balance the market. Whether we'll see that, I'm not sure. As you point out, Russia has been producing at a record pace, so even if they froze production, it wouldn't change the fundamentals much. And I think actually for Russia to cut production is unlikely, but we'll see.
Very quickly, will this put prices up at the pump, or will we just see US shale producers come in to fill the gap, if you like?
That's going to be a very interesting question, how quickly this brings shale back into the market, how quickly shale producers hedge, putting downward pressure on prices. But if OPEC stick to this agreement, they will bring the market back into balance far faster than most analysts are expecting, and ultimately that means higher gasoline prices for all of us.